love with Felix 20 years ago. We got married in the mountains of northern Nicaragua, where we both grew up. He captivated me with his charm, his intelligence, and his unwavering love for Nicaragua. Here we are with our daughter, Alejandra. She is now 8 years old, and Felix's mother. This was the last picture we took in person in 2019. And this is the last picture taken of Felix from June 8, 2021. I have not seen him since. From that day, a few blocks away from where this picture was taken, Felix's car was intercepted. He was pulled out of the car, beaten, kidnapped, and disappeared by the National Police of Nicaragua. For 84 days, we didn't know anything about Felix, anything about his well-being, where he was held. We didn't even know if he was alive. And it's so sad to say that Felix is not alone. There are more than 140 political prisoners in Nicaragua. Today marks 118 days since Felix has been in El Chipote prison. Then, on August 31st, some of the political prisoners were allowed to see their family members. Felix's sister saw him for 20 minutes. And from that visit, we learned that Felix and other political prisoners were suffering from psychological and physical torture. Felix has lost more than 25 pounds and others more than 30 in just 3 months. The lights in their cells are kept on 24/7. And they are subjected to daily interrogations. Some of the political prisoners are so weak, they cannot even walk in their own. And the women that are in jail are completely isolated. They are being tortured. And we fear for their lives. We fear they can die. This is a very emotional moment for me. Because my husband, Felix Maradiaga, was in this same stage in 2019. He called his speech raising the Nicaragua's flag. And today, I bring the same flag before you with the same urgent message about the terrible situation that we are living in Nicaragua. I'm here to speak on his behalf and ask all of you to make his message resonate and grow. As he said during his speech, hundreds of Nicaraguans have been shot, disappeared, imprisoned, or killed just for raising this flag. Today, he's one of them, jailed by the Ortega's regime because of his commitment of freedom, justice, and democracy. The government's repression followed by the protest in Nicaragua in 2018 has caused severe and permanent damage to the country and its citizens. In August of this year, Ortega banned all the independent political parties. They persecute the opposition, including 7 presidential candidates that are in prison right now. By silencing the media, criminalizing protest, the regime is just seem to do whatever they want. They also banned the oldest print newspaper in the country. Today, like Cuba, Nicaragua doesn't even have an independent print newspaper. And as I said, by silencing the media, criminalizing protest, the regime is staging a brutal attack on the truth. And as the November 7 presidential election draws near, the attacks are just getting worse. And knowing all of this, I would like you to tell me if any one of you consider these so-called elections to be legitimate. With the help of dictatorship like Venezuela and Russia and some local elites, Ortega amassed a huge fortune, which made him and his wife, now the vice president of Nicaragua, seem invincible. To cover for its crime, the regime has created a narrative declaring that anyone who dares to question their repression and their policies as a villain and a traitor. Their brutality is masked by an immense web of lies repeated by the media they control. The charges against my husband, Felix Maradiaga, are part of an immense web of lies. They're part of illegal laws that are passed by the National Assembly, controlled by the regime, to silence independent media, the opposition, and any type of dissent. Actually, in July of this year, the Ortega regime accused me for being a traitor of the homeland, just because I was advocating for the release of Felix and the other political prisoners. For many years, Felix has been speaking out in Nicaragua and abroad, denouncing that Ortega posed a severe threat to our democracy. And we have seen him consolidate his power and his abuse of our human rights. Now we are living the nightmare my husband warned about many years ago. The international community can no longer remain silent, letting dictators like Ortega do whatever they want. I ask you today not to forget the political prisoners like my husband that are in jail in Nicaragua. As Felix says, in order for nonviolence to be successful, we need international solidarity. We need attention from the world. And today, I would like to ask you to engage, to keep the pressure in the Ortega's regime, to free the political prisoners and restore democracy in Nicaragua. Thank you very much.